attention, 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 is hitting all the major Facebook groups, including one of Trump's pages. Russian nuclear units are on the move. Non-essential civilians are told to leave hotspot areas around the globe. Putin's ready to nuke ISIS. I repeat, Putin is ready to nuke ISIS. It was declared that the Islamic State took for the 240 some people on that Russian aircraft and that went down the Sinai Peninsula. Took credit for that, and this is the response. And the response is the purported downing of the Russian civilian airliner in the Sinai in Egypt. Kremlin's now poised for a nuclear strike on all sites controlled by the Islamic State, citing its right to protect its people and interests in Russia and abroad. Intelligence officials have anonymously reported Russia's moving tactical nuclear units closer to international borders and boundaries, and its frontier with other hotspots within Russia, such as the Northern Caucasus region. Russian military has been reported and has been called up to help evacuate Russian nationals within these hotspots and have ordered non-essential civilians to leave Syria, Iraq, the Gulf states, and other nations in the Arab world. Although Russia is poising to use its nuclear weapons on ISIS, Russia held a secret meeting with NATO, reassuring them Russia has no intention of using nuclear weapons on Georgia or Ukraine, citing attacking either of them would invoke a strike from NATO. Also, Russia has consulted with Syrian government as well as the governments of its allies in the region, who has alerted the Kurds and allied militias of a possible nuclear strike, warning them to move allied civilians from the region, who in turn from the region in areas that might be struck by Russia's nuclear weapons. A meeting of allied nationals and Russians held in Tehran within hours of the downing of a civilian passenger airliner in northern Sinai, in which media reported have said that there was no climate reported at this time of the crash, and a witness on the ground claimed a line of smoke went from the ground in the direction of the airliner just before the ground-to-air missile hit the airliner. White House has declined to make a statement about this incident and the Kremlin's use of nuclear weapons. However, the Kremlin says its use of nuclear weapons is justified to protect its citizens and its interests abroad and at home, namely helping to sustain the government of Bashar al-Assad and keeping its allies in power, Iraq and Iran, which are considered allies to Russia. Their common interests in destroying ISIS motivation to keep them working together. This has been reported on Consciously Enlightened. Trump's Wall, and several other places. Unfortunately, at this point, when I cited them, it all came back to Consciously Enlightened because that was where the source was. I don't know if this is absolutely certain, but from what I hear, everybody alerted the Kurds and told them to take cover. They told them to get everybody out of the area around any sites that could, in fact, not be Russian Islamic State targets. Don't know where that is, and I don't know what areas. I'm guessing this is going to go live. I don't want it to, but something tells me this might just go live. Do I know if they're going to use nukes? No, of course not. But I can't say they won't use some kind of tactical small nukes. We'll wait and see what the Kremlin says. I'm sure there'll be a debriefing, and I'm sure the Pentagon will say something after the fact. But right now, White House isn't saying jack on the incident involving the aircraft. And the missile sites are hot and ready. Russia's military have set up around international borders. And their nuclear sites are hot. And their missiles are hot. And they're getting ready, folks. I don't know if this is fake, if this is absolutely on the ground where they're being moved around and stuff, or what. If you have Google Earth Live, I would be checking this like crazy. Alright guys, thank you. Someone tell me from Russia if you got something. Thank you.